it's Amanda, urban farmer. So it's end of April here in Chicagoland, and I have some of my perennials that have been coming in. Wanted to show you what we've got going on and then talk about the prep that we're doing, getting ready for planting, happening probably after Mother's Day. So we got a couple weeks to go, and then I should be able to plant some of my seedlings outside. So let me show you the perennials that are coming up outside. I'll show you the seedlings I've started and talk to you about next steps. So first I want to show you my amazing blueberries. So this is a blueberry bush. I have it here in the front of the house. We planted it 3 years ago. Fruit generally takes 2 to 3 years to establish. So this blueberry bush, we didn't have too much last year, but you can see all the little white flowers that are on it this year. Those are going to turn into blueberries, and so we are definitely coming in plentiful this year. I did put this fabric wrap over it for a couple of reasons. A, it protects it from like wind and storms, even though I'm up here in an alcove of the house, so it's kind of protected by my porch here. But we get a lot of, we've had some crazy thunderstorms here recently, so it protects from that. Also, we have a group of cicadas that's supposed to be coming in this year. And I know cicadas are generally not supposed to eat too much above the ground, but I really didn't want a whole bunch of those coming through and just eating all my blueberries as they start to pop. So we covered it up with this fabric to protect it. It's looking good so far. I have another blueberry bush up here. This one we just planted last year. So you can see it has blueberries coming in. This is a different type of blueberry bush. This one's called peach sorbet. So they have a different color flower as it comes in, but also it just doesn't have as much, and this one is a younger plant, so that's to be expected. So I'm excited to see what comes in here. Also here in the front we have the asparagus. So I had just done the asparagus seeds last year, and you can see this is just year 2 for the asparagus, and it is coming in tall and mighty. So a couple of things with asparagus is, since it's year 2, we're probably not going to plant it yet, harvest it yet. So it's less than like a pencil thick width. So it's still growing, it's adding nutrients down into the soil below. I'm just noticing for the first time, I've got these little bugs all over that plant, which is probably not good. I'm gonna have to look up and see what they are and see what we can do to get rid of them, because they're just gonna eat my asparagus. The good news is I'm actually not gonna be harvesting any this year. We just want it to keep growing. I might prune it back. So there's a chance I do that. That'll maybe help with those bugs too. I'm going to come over here to this side because we also have some other ones that have been coming in. So this is also asparagus. You can see it looks very different than the one on the other side. These are definitely very young asparagus. So you can see these little bunches I have of here with the little sticks. Kind of see it. I know I've got some mulch in there too. That kind of indicates where I have the asparagus seeds that took to root. And then we have the fresh ones that are coming up. So I have several of those throughout this whole area. So that's good. That means that they stayed healthy over the winter. It means I planted them right, which is great. I do have a few over on this other side that I did. I have the little stalks here, but I don't see any actual fresh asparagus coming up yet this year. So we'll give it some time. It is end of April. Sometimes those don't shoot up until like going into May in this zone, but still looking very, very good, coming in strong. I'm just gonna have to see what those bugs are. Didn't even notice those before. All right, now I'm gonna take you to the back. So I'm back in the back garden area. You can see I still have a lot of winterized, putting up the ladders and the different climbing things over in those other beds. I don't have anything that's a perennial over there, but on this side, which is my longer, more established beds, I do have a lot of the strawberries coming in, and I see a lot of flowers for the strawberries, so that's great. That means those plants are nice and healthy and should give us plenty of strawberries here soon. I also, in this next section, we've got the parsley came back, which is the first time I've had parsley come back over the winter without planting fresh. That's nice. And then these little seedlings that you see there, those are the potatoes. So We had taken the scraps when we did Thanksgiving of our red potatoes and our russet potatoes and just kind of tossed them in the ground here. And that's what's coming up. So I didn't plant any potato seeds. It's really just the scraps from the meal that we had. I did also have the sweet potato over here. I don't know yet if that is actually a sweet potato seed or if something else maybe is going to come soon. So I had that in this corner just to keep an eye on that. Hopefully we have sweet potatoes come up as well. But the russet and the red potatoes definitely are. Then I don't have any perennials in this section. This is where the cucumber and tomatoes go. We have some seeds started for those. But over here, I've got onion. You can see I have lots of onion coming in. Some of the old green onion plants, which I'll come in and trim those up here soon. And then the garlic over here. So the garlic is looking really, really good and healthy. I do have fabric cover over all this too. This is because we have the perennials here. I'm trying to protect it from any of the bugs, the cicadas and such, but I might have to take it up from this section because all of our leaves, as the garlic and the green onion are growing, the chives are hitting the fabric top, so it's kind of stunting them a little bit, and I don't want to do that. Then I'm going to come over here. This is our other bed that we have strawberries in. This was the younger strawberry bed, but you can see I have some flowers coming in here too. I kind of covered this up a little bit also with fabric, trying to help with cicadas. Like I said, I'm not sure how impactful that's going to be or if it's actually going to be a hindrance, but we do have some of these strawberries coming in, which is wonderful to see. So inside I have some of these seeds going. So this tray is actually new to me this year. This is from Burpee. I'm trying this instead of doing those individual pots that I put in the ground. A little bit less wasteful. And then also just kind of keeps it nice, neat, and organized. So we're seeing how things go in here. Some of my seeds have popped, some of them haven't popped yet, so I'm keeping an eye on those. The kale I haven't seen yet, but I do have a little bit of lettuce here, arugula, the little Caesar lettuce, and then cherry tomatoes and Roma tomatoes there. I haven't seen yet the pumpkin or butternut squash, so if we don't have any come up from those, we might go back to the previous way I used to do seeds and see if we can get some to grow that way. They just might not like this type of container. And then that is in one window, and I'm going to come over to the other window here where I have another couple of trays. So I've got here the cucumbers, and you can see those have started nicely. The zucchini haven't shown up yet, but I do have red cabbage. We're trying that new this year. And then I have a little bit of romaine lettuce that has showed up, but my other lettuce that's in this container has not. Like I said, we're going to keep an eye on it. I also have a marigold over there that has started showing. Just see how they do in this container. If they don't do well, I have time to start new seeds in the previous little individual pots that I did. So we're going to give this a try. So I put all my seeds inside in these windows in my kitchen or here in the breakfast nook, trying to get them enough sunlight during the day. We've been rotating them a little bit too, just trying to change up how much light they get. Today's been a little bit of a dreary day. It's Chicago. We had overcast weather. It's just how it is. But there's other days that it's bright and sunny. This is a north-facing window, so it gets a lot of light here in the morning. And then the other window I have some in, that one is south-facing, but it gets light like throughout the day. So we're giving this a shot. We're going to see how it goes this year. And you can see where we started and keep an eye on us, how we're doing in 2024. So this is Amanda, Urban Farmer. I'll talk to you later.